And thank you, Jason. So Jason put in our registration links for TechMan Try, which is coming up so soon. It's our most popular program of the year. It's our run, bike, swim, Ironman kind of triathlon program that we're doing. It starts in September. So registration is officially open. We are encouraging you all to find partners or find teams so that you can meet new people and do it in a group setting. Let me make sure the music gets stopped. So let me see why that happened. And let's get started. I'm going to see what's going on with the music too. So today we have 3 different circuits. We have a lower body. Oh, that's why. There's only one song in there. There we go. All right, tech issues, but we're good now. Okay, we have 3 different circuits today. First one being lower body, second one being upper body, and then the third one being a core circuit. You will not need a mat until the second circuit, so get it ready, but you don't need it now. I have my fan in the corner, so for the heat. But we're gonna start with our warm-up. So let's take a nice wide stance, get our hips ready to work, push our hips side to side. You can start small. I want you to start to feel those glutes engage, so squeezing, making sure you're not pushing those hips back. And what I mean by that is you're not rolling your pelvis, you're not arching through the back, keeping that nice and tight through those lateral lunges. I'm gonna get a little bit of upper body while I'm at it and add my arm. If you wanna follow me. I can't believe TechMan Try is already coming up, which means it's almost September. How did that happen? Who pressed fast forward? All right, let's get one more, team. Because we will be starting with our lower body, no high impact, but I do want to get those ankles ready to work. So let's get some toe walks. We can add those shoulders again by adding a big shoulder roll. So my limiting factor a lot of times for my lower body movements is my ankle mobility. So let's get those ankles nice and warm here. Walking on your toes. Taking it back, let's walk those hands into an inchworm. Drop through those hips, take your time. Again, shoulders. Push your hips back, lengthen through the spine. I'm gonna walk through those heels again, taking focus to those ankles. We do have a few plank movements, so also getting those wrists ready to go. Let's take those hands back to your feet, reach up nice and tall to the sky. Let's get one more in there. Drop your hips. So good news is that we don't have any jumping around today, all low impact. However, I don't want you to think that it's going to be an easy class. We are gonna separate our lower, upper, and core today. So circuits are done 3 times. We may have to cut the core circuit to 2 times, depending on where we're at on time. Walk those hands back to your feet. We're gonna get one more. Walking or stepping back into a lunge. Rolling those hips under. Let's reach up nice and tall. Step together, same thing. Lunge, squeezing the glutes, reaching up. Oh boy, this feels good. I'm gonna get a little bit extra in there today because it feels extra good. So I'm gonna get one more. Last one. Okay, team, if there's anything else you need to warm up, feel free to do so. If you have these little hip bands, the little bands, you can use them for this first circuit. You don't need them, you're still gonna work hard. I'm gonna show you what it looks like with and without it. So our first exercise is a typewriter squat. So we're gonna drop down into that squat. Hips are gonna stay down, starting with, if you're mirroring me, your left foot, my right foot. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Notice that I'm not shifting my weight. I'm keeping my weight on both legs equally as I step out. And then as you can imagine, if you're going to add the weight, or add the band, I mean, resistance, you're gonna put it right above your knees, and same thing applies. So as you step out, that doesn't mean you get to shift to one side, that doesn't mean you get to leave that knee behind or leave the foot behind. You still wanna keep that same positioning with that typewriter squat. Cool? So if you have your band, you can get it ready. Don't worry if you don't have one. I'm gonna get my timer set up. If you missed the beginning of class, I'm drinking coconut water. I am not being sponsored, by the way. I don't know if I have to say that. I just really like it. It's extra hot this week, so I thought I would add a little more electrolytes to my consumption, to my diet. Okay, team, let's get started. Starting with those typewriter squats. I'm gonna get my watch started. In 3, 2, 1. Drop those hips. 1, 2, 3. Take it back. 2, 3. If you have the band, even if you don't have the band, I want you to be extra cautious or aware of what your knees are doing. 3, 1, 2, 3. If one foot is turning out, I need both feet to be the same. So I'm not saying feet have to stay forward. Ideally they would, but realistically, we're probably gonna turn those feet out. But if one foot's turned out, we don't want just one. We want them to be the same. Like I said, low impact doesn't mean it's easy. Okay, you can take those bands off if you have them. We're gonna pick up that heart rate, turn to the side. We're gonna do some side kicks. So notice I'm not turning my foot. The inside of my foot is gonna stay facing the floor, kind of hinged a little bit in the hips, using my glutes to pick up that leg. So the biggest thing here I want you to think about is just try to avoid rotating the hips. So keep everything facing to the side. Doesn't matter how high you're kicking. Doesn't matter how graceful it is. That's it. Same thing on the other side, team. How are we feeling? Hips should be burning. That standing leg should be nice and strong, not wiggling around. Slight bend. We're going into some rocket squats next. So this first circuit, getting the lower body out of the way. Don't let those hips rotate, team. Last one. Here's our rocket squat. So again, ideally toes are forward. Realistically, we're probably gonna open them up a little bit. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, quick stand. 1, 2, 3, maybe you're on your toes. 1, 2, 3. I intentionally wanted to keep today low impact. 1, because of the heat. And 2, just so you can take a second to focus on your form, focus on what your hips are doing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Quick stand. Maybe you're lifting on your toes, maybe you're just standing. Okay, last one. This is a hinge movement. So this one, feet are gonna be facing forward. Hinge, so we just squatted, right? So hinge means our hips are back and we're squeezing at the top. So it's a kettlebell swing, just with no kettlebell. Hips back, lengthen that spine. So I want you to push those hips back as far as you can and stand quick. So a lot of times when I see kettlebell swings, they do this. Do you see the difference between this and this? We want hips back. Explode. You don't have to have weight to get those hips working. That's it. That was round 1. lower body circuit. So if you have your band, you can get ready. You have about 30 seconds before we start those typewriter squats. If you have any questions that come up, you have both me and Jason on the call to answer. Drink those Vita Cocos. Actually, I should probably listen to my own advice, right? Strawberry banana is my favorite, but the mango went really good with the smoothie this morning. Okay, here we go. Staying strong. Squeeze to the glutes, and abs. Hips back. Here we go. I'm going to start on this side this time. 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, I see my hips. They're starting to want to force onto that outside leg. Don't be like me. Hips stay centered. There we go. A little bit better. We're not going to be perfect, but we're going to work towards it, right? So notice we're not standing throughout this. We're staying low. If it's burning, that means you're doing it right. We have time for about one more. Okay, let's take those bands off. I'm gonna start my kick on this side this time. Hips are back just a little bit, and I'm gonna kick. If I had shoelaces, they would not be pointed up. They're gonna stay pointed to the side, because right here, woo! So ideally, you're not shifting like this. You're gonna keep upright. You might shift a little bit, but we're not totally tilting, even if that means you're not kicking quite as high. All right, here we go. Let's go. This isn't meant to be just like a sloppy little kick. This is meant to be controlled. Controlled but fun, you know, if that's possible. How are we feeling? I might not be able to hear you, but I can feel your energy. We're almost there. Those abductors or those hips should be feeling the burn here. All right, rocket squats. We're going 1, 2, 3. Quick stand. 1, 2. Make it explosive. 1, 2, 3. We're low impact, but we're working. Ooh, I got off the floor. How's that explosive? You don't have to get off the floor for this one. You can lift onto your toes. So just like with the typewriter squats, we don't want our hips to be shifting to one side. If you had a towel under your feet, imagine you're pulling it apart. Okay, last one. Toes are facing forward. I'm gonna do this kettlebell swing facing you this time. I think this side will use it a little bit better, but just in case. So yes, you might wanna be tempted to look at me the first couple, but ideally you're gonna keep that neck in neutral spine. So yeah, you can look at me for a few reps, but then bring that neck to follow the rest of your spine. So you'll be looking down at the floor. My headset doesn't like this one. No kettlebell, but boy, is it explosive. Got my heart rate up. How are we feeling, team? Drink your water, your Vita Coco, whatever you have to hydrate you. You have 30 seconds. Guess what? We have one more lower body, and then we're done with the lower body. We get to do upper body next. So the upper body circuit's where you can get that mat ready. You don't have to worry about that quite yet. Getting ready for those typewriter squats for the last time today. Woo! 3, 2, let's push those hips back. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is one side easier than the other? That's not abnormal. That's normal. But we're still gonna work to make it equal, right? Note those differences. Knowing the differences is good, so you can work on it. I'm clearly talkative today. I'll stop now. Okay, team. Side kicks. Here we go. Although you're not the sidekick here, you're the hero. Ooh, I went in a little too high on that first one. Don't be like me. Worry about what you're lifting from. Don't worry about how high you're kicking. Or is your knee rotating? Or is it staying facing forward? Ooh, hips are on fire. That's it, other side. Oh yeah, here's that sweat. That famous Bodyweight Bootcamp sweat. Yes, we're focusing on the kicking leg, but take a second. Look at that standing leg. That's working too. We're getting close to those typewriter squats. Last one. Let me move my band. Here we go. Explosive. 1, 2, 3. Explosive but low impact. Quick. 1, 2, 3. Maybe on your toes. 1, 2, 3. Let your ponytails flop. Kind of like the Tower of Terror. We're getting there. 10 seconds. Here are those kettlebell swings. My headset doesn't like this one. Squeeze. So when you're squeezing and standing, you're not hyperextending those knees. You're squeezing from the glutes. You're not hyperextending the hips either. We're not pushing them forward, you're just standing. For the sake of my headset, I might have to keep my head up. But you shouldn't have a headset problem. Okay, team, guess what? That was legs. We're going into upper body next. So I'm gonna get my mat, but we do have one exercise standing. So I'm gonna put my mat kind of in the back of my space. You could also stand on your mat, I guess. We're not moving or jumping. So first exercise with battle ropes. So some of you have done this in person. With me, they're no fun. So our leg positioning, hips are back, we're nice athletic stance, core is tight, knees are slightly bent. And from here, you're gonna pretend you have those battle ropes out in front of you and we're just gonna go, cardio, picking it up. While you're doing, go ahead and pick it up, be battle ropes. While you're doing this, you should be avoiding hip movements. Save that for dance class. Here we're gonna stay sturdy. No, we don't have weight. No, we don't have battle ropes, but we can still replicate the movement. We can still work. Stay in that athletic stance, team. Push-ups are next. Nothing fancy about the push-ups, just push-ups. Okay, here we go. We're going into a push-up. Whether you're on your knees or you're on your toes, hips are not back. I would rather you be on your knees and have that nice packed shoulder position. So what I mean by that is you're not shrugging or squeezing the shoulder blades behind you. Let the elbows do the movement here. If that is confusing for you, reach out to a coach. We're happy to help. Okay, so we're gonna be on our knees. We're gonna squeeze our glutes. From here, we're doing face pulls. Arms reach overhead diagonally. Squeeze to about your nose, between your chin and your nose. Elbows pull back. So here, working that upper back. Not letting go of that squeeze to the glutes. Keeping our core braced while we do this. Again, no, we don't have weight. Doesn't mean we can't engage those muscles. Okay, team. On our bellies, we have Superman. Raise the arms and the legs. Pull your elbows to your sides. Extend your arms and lower. If you're looking up at me, it's time to bring those eyes down. Lift. Elbows to your sides. Extend. Lower. Again, it goes back to that neutral spine. Lower. Superman. Pull. Extend. I told you we weren't sidekicks. Superwoman. Superman, Superwoman. Super people. Superhuman. There we go. I like that better. Okay, team. 45 seconds. Whew, I am definitely breaking a sweat. Get your water. We're going back to the battle ropes here in a second. I'm gonna stand in front of my fan because it feels good. We're working hard. 2 more rounds of upper body. So if you were questioning that push-up position, put your hands out in front of you. Now shrug. Now pull your shoulders down. You feel how that shoulder feels packed or tight? That's what you want to be holding the entire push-up. So we don't want to see this or this while we're doing push-ups. Keep that nice positioning. All right, we have battle ropes. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Can you pick up the speed this time? Athletic stances. Keep those arms moving. I'm not passing my shoulder height here. I wouldn't suggest doing the same. Some of you might have battle ropes at home. Now that you have the technique, you have the form down, try it, 45 seconds. It'll be a long 45 seconds, I'll tell you that much. 5, 4, 3, 2, make your way down to the floor for those push-ups. So if this is your first time really focusing on that shoulder position, I recommend starting from your knees. If you're doing it correctly, those elbows should not be able to flare out to your shoulders. So if those elbows are flaring past your shoulders, maybe take it back a notch. All right. On our knees, squeeze the glutes. Pull. Woo. It's amazing how much we can do with body weight, right? Squeeze that upper back. Do not let go of those glutes. 10 seconds. Supermans. On your bellies. Superhumans. I'm going to start calling these superhumans from now on. All right, lift, pull, extend, and lower. Lift, pull, extend. Keep it up, your own pace. Ten seconds. Okay, we did it. Get your water. Before we go into round 3, what's your favorite exercise? I kind of like the battle ropes. Nice change of pace. Tower of Terror photo. Did you post a picture in there? I missed it. Or is that your favorite exercise? Anybody else? Oh, yes. The faces. Oh, I get what you're saying, Jason. Yeah, the faces in the Tower of Terror photos, yes. I think there's a new name for it now. I don't think it's the Tower of Terror anymore. I don't know. Haven't been to Disneyland in a long time. Superman, Mary Superhumans. We've officially changed it. All right, here we go. Hips back. Why limit it to Supermans, right? We're all superhuman. I saw battle ropes in there. I missed who said it. Good, I'm glad I'm not alone with the ropes. 45 seconds of this, even with no weight. I can really nip you in the butt here. While you get tired, remember what I said the first time, hips should not be moving. We should be planted and sturdy. Only thing that's moving are those arms.
That's certainly how I felt about my job.
That's funny. Push-ups. Elbows in. Face pulls. Last round's going by quickly. Squeeze the glutes. Here we go. Pull your face. Now that you got the upper body movement, I need you to double check those glutes. We should be squeezing to prevent any lower back pain. Pretend you're pulling 1,000 pounds out in front of you. This is it. Supermans. We're going into core after this. Oh, I just said it. Superhumans. Lift, pull, extend, and lower. Squeeze, team. All low impact today. We did no jumping, but hopefully you're feeling it. I know I worked up a sweat, that's for sure. We still have one more circuit. I have down for 2, but we'll see how we're doing on time. Maybe we'll get 3. Okay, team. Break time. I know a lot of you have to leave at the hour, so if you do, just make sure you get water. Cool down properly. Stay hydrated. I'm gonna go over our core right now. Okay, first exercise. We're going to be in a plank position. From this plank position, we're gonna bring our knee in, cross, in, extend. Ideally, the advanced version is you're not putting that foot down as you extend, but realistically, we're gonna wanna put that foot down, especially if this is your first time doing this one, and then it just gives you something to work towards. So let's start. From that plank position, we're tucking in, cross, in, kick back. If you're doing this from your knee, same rules apply. Oh, that was a fast one. Other side, same thing. When I talk a lot, it goes by faster. All right, on your backs, hips to the ceiling, and we're lifting the hips off the floor. But as we lift our hips off the floor, we're avoiding shooting over our head. We're trying to punch as if there's a balloon or punching bag right over our feet on the ceiling. All right, turn it around, back into those planks. I see what I did there. We're going in, cross, in, back. And switch sides. On the next round, we're gonna do one side and then we'll do hip raises and then we'll do the other side. I see what I did. Woo! Abs are on fire. Last one, back on your backs. The reason I have you flopping, turning forward and back is just to give your wrists a break. Okay, we're gonna lift. Opposite arm, opposite foot. You're a star. Reaching. Exhale as you lift, team. You don't have to touch. You're just reaching towards that foot. And the reason I say that is because I want you to lift up and not forward. All right, team. That was round one. 45 seconds. Oh, my abs are on fire. How are you feeling? Yes, we do a lot of flipping and flopping on the floor for core, but I just want to give your wrists a break, so I like to go back and forth. So this time, we're gonna do all right side, hip raises, and then we'll do all left side for those knee tucks. I made it too complicated on the first one. Make your way down to the floor. We have about 10 seconds. Let's get set for that plank. Here we go. We're going in, cross, in, kick back, in, cross, in, with or without putting that foot on the floor. I kind of sang that a little bit. I didn't mean to do that. Keep it up, halfway. Ooh, abs are on fire. All right, turning around for those hip raises. On your backs, feet up. Lift those hips off the floor. Exhale as you lift. Think up. Okay, we have left side for those planks. Here we go. Let's do this. In, cross, and back. Woo! Halfway. My abs are on fire. Woo! Last core, we're doing stars. So open up wide into that star, reach up. Don't have to touch the foot, but just think up and not forward. How are those abs feeling? Woo! Scream it out. That's a nice thing of working from home. You can let out all the grunts and whines. And I don't have to hear you. Last one. Okay, so I had for 2. We're at about 12:06. So how are we doing on time? I'm gonna need you to use the chat box. Can we fit in one more? Are those abs? I'm gonna do majority rules here. Yes or no? Or if you wanna cool down and stretch, kind of pushing it on time. So I'm gonna wait to hear what you all have to say. One more. We got one for yes. Heck yes. Oh, that almost should count as 2 votes. I got a thumbs up, or I see a check mark. So I'm gonna take that as a yes. Cool down. We got 1 no. All right, Tasha. Luckily, Tasha, you've taken enough classes that if you need to get going, you know how to cool down and stretch properly. But we had majority rules, so we're gonna get 1 more here. Woo, abs are on fire. Let's do it, team. We're starting with those planks in 3, 2, 1. Right side first. Let's do this. Finishing on a strong note. Kick back, in, cross, in, back. Keep it up. That's halfway. Woo! Hip raises on your backs. Here we go. Lift it up. I am feeling the sweat. We talked about this on Monday. When you're sweating and then you're in a plank, you just watch it drip. It's just watching your hard work fall into your mat. Exhale as you lift. Okay, planks on the other side. Left foot. Let's do this. In, cross, in, back, in, cross. Go at your own speed. Woo! Okay, star reaches on your backs. This is your last exercise. Let's do this. Reach. Reach. You all are such an advanced class. Always wanting more. Reach. Exhale as you reach. Last one. On your bellies and stretch out. You can go in that full cobra on your hands, or you can drop to those forearms. Way to go, everybody. Hips push back. Child's pose. We did it. Full body circuits. I only got a few of your favorite exercises, so make sure before you leave, tell me your favorite exercises. Step forward, squeeze those glutes, and let's reach it over. Working Wednesdays. And let's same thing on the other side. Squeeze the glutes before reaching. Bring it back to center. Okay, before you leave, let's stretch out that chest. If you have a doorway, it works better, but I'm gonna use my wall. Turning away, elbow is right below my shoulder. Trying to keep it above my shoulder height. And switch it over. Way to go, everybody. Don't forget to tell me your favorite exercise before you leave. I appreciate all of you. Have a good rest of your day.